Hello. I decided to make this day a productive day for you. I was looking at, and all of us know that many times we can get so consumed and involved in the news cycle, we forget to keep the main thing, and that is where we're going and what we're going to do. Adjust the lights for me, please. I think, yeah, the one over here, please. Thank you. And so I want to share something with you. I I was reading an article today about the number one most indispensable skill that's required to make it today in corporate America, in business, in any area of your life. And I've been talking about it, but there's a magazine that's out that really verifies it, and you can look it up, and it will certainly verify something that I've been emphasizing. And it's this magazine that Fast Company magazine, and it says that the most in-demand skill on job listings right now is the power of communication. Power of communication. I want you to lighten it up for me. Can you do that?
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you. The power of communication. And so if you're looking for a job, if you're working on a job, you want to advance your career, I've been saying it, but now Fast Magazine, it really confirms it. They have an article, and you can Google it. It's called This is the most in-demand skill on job listings right now. The magazine is called Fast Company. You can Google that. Let me share something with you. What I'm doing now, I've been thinking, what's the most important thing that I can share with you? And they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. I want, if you're ready to create a major shift in your life, I want you to put voice in the comment section. I'm going to tell you why. Put voice in the comment section. Because when you have communication power, when you can communicate, you can do more than you can ever begin to imagine. It will take your life to a whole new level. I never forget when Mr. Leroy Washington at Booker T. Washington High School in Miami, Florida, he said, Mr. Brown, he said, develop your mind, because you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. Practice OQP, only quality people. People rub off on you. And he said, develop your communication skills, because once you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. And the reason he was giving me that advice, he was like my surrogate father. He was my spiritual father. He knew that my mother was raising 7 foster kids single-handedly. And so he said he saw something in me. He knew that I was labeled educable, mentally retarded, and put back from the 5th grade to the 4th grade, and failed again in the 8th grade. And even though I was not one of his students, he took an interest in me. He said he felt like I was hungry. I used to stand on a milk crate and look in the window in this wooden portable when he was coaching students for plays, and he was a speech and drama teacher. And so one time it was raining outside, and he told me to come in. And he asked me, why do you watch me so much? I said, because I want to be like you. And so I watched him and I studied him. And Dr. Anthony Sweeting, a childhood friend who is just an incredible voice himself and storyteller and has been my hero. But let me share with you this world where we are right now with things that are disrupted. We don't have time to give away valuable time to watching stuff that creates all type of drama that won't put money in your pocket. See, I watch things is it positive? Is it productive? Is it profitable? If it's purposeful, is it in the direction of where I'm going? These television stories and stuff going on the internet, name of the game today is attention. How to grab your attention, how to hold that attention with an experience, and how to direct that attention. But you got to pull that focus, your mind on things that's not positive, that's not productive, that's not profitable, and that's not purposeful. That it's not in alignment with the purpose of your life. And this is a picture's worth 1,000 words. And I want you to put voice in the comments section because I want to share with you where I came from and the power. When you see this, that I came from nothing, but I want you to see the person that I always talked about whenever I give my speeches, my mother, Mrs. Mamie Brown. I want you to see this picture with my twin brother and I, Wesley. So let's go to the next one, please. That's Mama. That's Mama. Isn't she beautiful? That's Mamie Brown. She adopted us at 46. Wesley and I. Which one am I? Am I on your right or on your left? I'm the cute one now. She never had any children herself. She only had a third grade education. She worked for wealthy families on Miami Beach. She cooked for them, and we ate the food left over from the families that she cooked for. And she kept their children, and we wore the hand-me-down clothes of the children that she kept. So she adopted Wesley and I. I'm on your left. And then she took in 5 other kids, foster kids, adopted them. And so I want you to see where I came from. The environment. That's Wesley and I eating sugar cane. I'm on the right. Wesley is on the left. Look, you know, this is in Liberty City. So I want to show you the power of communication, the power of discovering your power voice. That people are now, and it is filling out, of people are now signing up for by the droves. Why? Not only because of the article in Fast magazine, but because if you have a job or you want a job, your ability to communicate, to make a point, to negotiate, to sell yourself, to sell your knowledge, your abilities and skills. If you're a speaker, you're a coach, you're a trainer, or you have some special expertise, or you have a business, you are the storyteller. You are the person who, using your power voice, you have to communicate what it is that you have, because people ask the question, who are you? What do you have? And why should I care? Now, I want you to just think about this picture right here, where I started from. That's me on the right with my twin brother, Wesley, who spent 26 years in the military. He was wounded for the flag, our country, in Vietnam. He did 2 travels there. And so that's Mama. This is my wife. This is what drives me. And Nietzsche said, if you know the why of living, you can endure almost anyhow. I wanted to do something to take care of my mother, to say thank you. I wanted to buy her a home. That was my childhood dream. And I achieved that. I feel like Abraham Lincoln, who said, all that I am and all that I ever hope to be, I owe to my mother. I'm truly my mama's baby boy. It's amazing how kids raised in the same family by the same parents and end up dramatically different. But everybody called me Mamie's boy because we would talk to a tree. But I used to be punished. I remember Douglas Elementary School, they put me in the closet and start chanting, dumb twin, and I would not come out. Almost fainted. But they just wanted to humiliate me. The teacher was trying to break me, but I wouldn't break. And so she got concerned and worried, and when she opened the door, I fell out on the floor. But that which they considered a liability for me, always talking, now I get paid to talk. Thank God I didn't I didn't listen to them. Look at God. Go ahead. What are you good? What are you good at? What is it that drives you? What do you love? What's your reason for being? Next slide. So I became a disc jockey in Miami. I want you to put voice in the comment section because I'm only looking for a limited number of people. This is Les Brown, Miami, WVKL radio station. Look out. This is me, LB Triple P, Les Brown, your platter playing papa. There were none before me, there will be none after me. Therefore, that makes me the one and only. But I want you to progress, and let me show you the power of being an effective communicator, what it can mean for your life. I used to promote concerts. These guys came to town, the Jackson 5. That's Michael Jackson standing down front. He was 10 years old at the time. That's me standing in the back. No one knew who he was going to become. As you look at yourself, look at your goals and dreams, no one knows enough about you to who you're going to become. This place where we are now, during this pandemic, during the coronavirus, see it as a cocoon, that this is time that you spend working on yourself. This is the time you develop your mind. This is the time you create something. This is the time you work on your voice, because you have to make a point. You have to make a difference. You want to make impact. And you have a story, and people who are listening now are people who have within them stories of greatness. Your ability to communicate would unleash those stories. And as a result, I went from just being a disc jockey and promoting concerts to becoming a state legislator. I beat a 22-year incumbent. He told me there's no way you can do it because I was fired. Listen to this, 1975. From WVKL radio station, September the 22nd, I'll never forget, for editorializing about police brutality and police deadly use of force. Police in Columbus beating a Vietnam veteran while holding his baby who was just a few months old. It took place at the Kahiki restaurant on Broad Street, and I editorialized about it and brought out the vote. It was around election time, historic time. And they fired me to get me off the air so I wouldn't be on the air in November to generate people to come out and vote for Dr. John Roseman, who was the first African-American to run for mayor in Columbus, Ohio. Michael Stenziano, he's there to my left, and Dr. Phil Hill, who's the 21st House District. He's not in the picture, but just to show you the power of voice. Who would have thought one of those little kids holding the sugarcane would receive the Council of Peers Award of Excellence, called the CPAE Award, National Speakers Association Top Award? Who would have thought? Here's what I can say about you, and I don't know you, can't even see you. You have something special. You have greatness in you. I have a saying, and you probably have seen it: shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. Nobody would have predicted I would one day give 4 lectures at Harvard University. Your ability to communicate increases your credibility. Listen to me. It increases your credibility. It advances your career. If you're out looking for a job, more than your technical skills, above that and beyond that, studies indicate your ability to communicate. Why? Because you have to interact with people. You have to be able to get your point across, to increase a sale or to make a sale, to make a point, to influence people, to bring the best out of them. Hey, your ability to communicate, that's your superpower. Now, who'd have thought somebody at Douglas Elementary School in Overtown and Miami and labeled educable mentally retarded and put back from the 5th grade to the 4th grade and failed again in the 8th grade? Who'd have thought that that kid would end up giving lectures at Harvard University? It increases your credibility. Who would have thought, when you think about the little boy holding the sugar cane, that he would be the recipient of Toastmasters? You ever heard of them? The Golden Gavel Award. That's their highest award that they give out. Who'd have thought? Let me share something with you. You don't know enough about yourself to be a critic. You were born for greatness. Even this place where we are right now. You were born for greatness. You were born for this period where we are right now. If you weren't born for this time, you'd be taking a dirt nap. I've said to you, as Dr. Miles Monroe would say, rob the cemetery of your greatness. Don't take your story. Don't take your voice. Don't take your ability to communicate, to influence, and make a difference in the world to your grave with you. They selected the top 5 speakers in the world. General Norman Schwarzkopf. These millenniums, they don't know anything about these guys. Lee Iacocca, who became the voice of Chrysler. Robert Schuller, who had a television ministry. Paul Harvey, who's considered the most powerful and influential voice in radio during his era. And then me. I was the only little raisin in that milk. I'm telling you, who would have thought? Your ability to communicate will establish a national and international reputation. I've spoken in over 51 countries. I came from nothing. And so as you look at yourself, I want you right now, because when you go back there and look, who would have thought? And I ask you, what is left in you? I often tell the story of Dr. Howard Thurman. He said, the ideal situation for a man or woman to die, have family members praying with them as they cross over. He said, but imagine, if you will, being on your deathbed and standing around your bed, the ghost of the dreams, the ideas, the abilities given to you by life, but you, for whatever reason, you didn't pursue those dreams. We never saw your greatness. We never heard your story. You never used your voice. You didn't use your impact that you were born with. And there they are, standing around you, looking at you with large, angry eyes, saying, we came to you, and only you could have given us life, and now we must die with you forever. If you died today, what dreams, what talents, what abilities, what skills will die with you? Live full, die empty. And I'm so glad some things happen to you and some things happen for you. I am so glad that my birth mother gave us to Mrs. Mamie Brown. I don't feel like we were given away. I believe Wesley and I, we were chosen with love. And she said, I'll take them. Oh boy, look at God. Oh yes. And so I want you to put voice in the comment section. I'm looking for people who are ready to transition out of jobs that's not them. I'm looking for people who perhaps lost their job or lost their business and want to rebuild their lives. I'm looking for people that are hungry to make a dramatic and radical change in their situation and in their income. If you want to make more money, if you want to make a greater impact with your life, if you want to do something that gives your life a sense of purpose and power and meaning, I want you to put voice in the comment section. So I just wanted to just run through that. And as you think about yourself, think about your goals and dreams. Don't underestimate you. When I talk about, you wonder why people say, why do you talk so passionate about self-development? Because most people, as Darren Benzie would say, are living a misplaced life. When you don't have enough courage or insight to know that the life that you're living is not you, and it's time to move on, life will move on you. See, you've got to take a chance on you. You got to bet on you. And one of the things that when I look at my brothers and sisters, the dramatic difference between my brothers and sisters, and I tell you, I'm a risk taker. I bet on me. I took a chance on me. This God said, if you're not willing to risk, you can't grow. And if you can't grow, you can't become your best. And if you can't become your best, you can't be happy. And if you can't be happy, then what else is there? When I look at all the drama that's going on politically and all the stuff that's happening, you know what? At the end of the day, it's about you. What are you going to do? My heart goes out to people that's been impacted by the coronavirus. Pray for the fast recovery of our president and his wife and all of the elected officials that have been impacted by that. But at the end of the day, when over 50 million jobs have been lost and millions of people are applying for unemployment compensation, millions of people are suffering and financially waiting for a check. Businesses, thousands of them have gone under. Shopping malls, companies that were considered brands, staples, and they're gone. You're still here. And as you look at yourself, look at your goals, and look at your dreams, you got to say, now what? Now what? You got a voice. Some of you listening to me right now, you got a story.